Hey fifth graders, welcome back to art class. It's Miss Mitchell. This week we are continuing where we left off from last time. We looked at the artist Pablo Picasso and we are going to finish up the self-portraits that we started from last time. Last week we looked at Pablo Picasso, so we're just going to review that real quick. So this is Pablo Picasso. Remember that he was from Spain, okay, and he lived from 1881 until 1973. We looked at the different periods of art that he went through. So the first one was the blue period, where he only used different shades of blue and blue-green. So we said that blue and blue-green can stand for sadness, right, or loneliness, or things like that. He also, after the blue period, he went through the rose period. So during this time, all of his artwork had much brighter colors, mostly characterized by oranges and pinks. So we said that oranges and pinks and reds, those can all stand for what? Happiness, energy, enthusiasm, anything like that. And the last stage that we looked at was Cubism. So Pablo Picasso went a completely different direction in his art. You can see his art looks way, way different from what it used to look like. And in Cubism, he reduced three-dimensional forms into basic geometric shapes. And he made an abstract representation of the real world. So you can see everything looks very, very flat. Everything is made up of shapes. Nothing looks very realistic. Here are some more examples of cubism that we looked at. Again, lots of shapes, very flat. Does not look like the real world at all. We also looked at Pablo Picasso's portraits. Remember that a portrait is a picture of a person, and he would depict different points of view on one plane, okay, or on one canvas. So we can see the just regular front view and the side or the profile view. We looked at the profile view right here. Only one eye is seen, only half of the nose, half of the mouth, versus the front view. You can see both eyes and the whole nose and the whole mouth. All right, so now that we have reviewed Pablo Picasso, we're going to return to the artwork that we started last week. So this is the portrait that I drew in pencil last week. You should have drawn your own self-portrait in pencil as well. We looked at this piece of paper here, this worksheet, and we drew different shapes of the face and the eyes and the nose, etc. And so we had created a full self-portrait. If you want to change anything before you start coloring, you are more than welcome to. You should have done everything in pencil first. We always like to start in pencil because we can erase things or change things. Once you start using crayons or colored pencils, you cannot go back and erase anymore. So if there's anything you want to change, if you don't like how your eyes look, if you don't like how your mouth looks, you can change that. Also, we added some abstract shapes to our face. Remember that for abstract shapes, they're not just regular shapes like a square or a circle. These abstract shapes don't really have a name to them. They're just kind of flowy and fluid and organic. So if you need to change anything, once again, you can pause this video so that you can look at this worksheet right here, and you can change anything that you want to change. Once you're ready to move on, you can unpause the video, or if you don't have anything to change, then just keep watching. So I'm going to put this to the side, and for today, all you're going to do is finish your artwork. You're going to finish that by coloring everything in. You should have, hopefully, some crayons, or maybe you have colored pencils, or maybe you have markers. You might even have some paint. You can use whatever you want, whatever you have that is available to you. So I'm not going to limit you on what to use. I am just going to use crayons for today. I think most of you should have crayons or colored pencils. So use what you have. Do the best with what you have. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video so that you don't have to spend forever watching me color this. And then I'll get back to you when I finish coloring. Alright, this is my completed artwork, my completed self-portrait. So as you can see, I added some other abstract shapes to my background. I did kind of a diagonal line pattern. So make sure you do color your background. You can do whatever you want in your background. Mine is abstract once again, so just a bunch of random shapes and lines put together. But make sure you do color everything. Your face, your ears, your nose, your lips, your hair, the background, color everything. Once you have finished coloring your artwork, the last thing that I want you to do is to take a 5-second video of your artwork and upload it to Canvas. If you do not know how to do this, or you've done it before but just need help remembering those steps, there should be a video on the assignment page for this week that shows you how to take that 5-second video. And everything is done within Canvas. So you don't have to go outside of Canvas and use your camera. You don't have to find it in another folder. Okay, I realized that method was a little bit confusing, a little bit difficult. So this 5-second video method should be a lot easier. Make sure when you're taking your video that you hold it still and that you hold it as close to the camera as you can without cutting anything off. Don't move it around. Don't wave it around like this. Otherwise, I won't be able to see your artwork. Hold it still for how many seconds? 5. And make sure you count in your head. Okay, you don't need to count out loud. So take your 5-second video and submit it to Canvas for this week's assignment. Make sure you're not doing a previous week's assignment. Make sure it's for this week. Once you've submitted it, you should be good. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.